What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Non-League to Premier League. I hope you are all well. I hope you've all had a lovely week. Right, we've got a lot of squad rotation going on at the moment. We've got a few ins and a few outs to discuss. We are obviously in February now. So just before we get into the games today, we shall go through everything that's happened. A lot of players are, unfortunately for us, in the last kind of 6 months of their contracts now, so we are having to let people in and let people out. Most noticeably then, we have let Mitch Hancock's go to Stevenage for a fee of £5,000. Obviously, not a lot at all. Very good left back, but we feel like he could have performed better for us this season, in honesty. 27 years old to getting on, didn't want to sign a new contract, and he was on, I think it was £800 a week he was on with us. So it was costing us a lot of money and not really producing the goods when we needed it. Then, if we come down to Callum Howe, now, I love Callum Howe. I think he's a really good defender. Actually, probably far too good for the league that we're in. It was on 1.1 thousand with us, so it was on £1,100 a week. Obviously, that's a massive, massive chunk of our wage budget. But the big thing for me is we brought in a couple of young centre-backs at the start of the season. Obviously, Howe was injured, so he's not actually played that many games for us this season. So I thought, do we really need him? Because when we went to renew his contract, he wanted like 1.5k a week. And at that time, it's just too much. Do you know what I mean? So I mulled it over in my head. We got 44,000 for him, which improved our finances a little bit. So I'm not too upset with the deal, in honesty. And then in terms of people who we brought in two players. So we brought in Reece Cole, a central midfielder, unfortunately injured at the moment, but coming back. Very, very good. Formerly of Brentford, was on loan at Partick Thistle last year. Very, very good. Very, very well-rounded midfielder. I should have gone back into his profile there. Very, very good. Honestly, again, probably a little bit too good for where we are at the moment. Be fantastic for us in League Two if we can get there next season. I see him, honestly, as probably kind of lower championship / upper League One midfielder. Very, very good. Got potential to be better than what he is at the moment. And actually, as you can see through the arrows in training, he's currently improving. And our facilities aren't great. So with a better squad, he'd probably come on leaps and bounds, honestly. And then to cover at left back, because we did need somebody to get in, we brought in young Tristan Cover. He is literally our left back cover at the moment. He has got potential to be a lot better than what he is at the moment. But a lot of the time I'm going to be playing Cranston out on the left-hand side. But I also feel like Cranston's kind of wasted on the left-hand side because he's so versatile on the bench. He can cover on the left side of defence, the left side of midfield, obviously central midfield. So I may give Cover a little bit more game time than I would have anticipated earlier on. But I don't know yet, guys. I really am borderline. So as to the league then, how are we doing? That is the big question, isn't it, obviously? And we're doing all right, folks. We really are doing all right. So as you can see, we currently sat top of the National League. We're level with everybody now on games with 47 points, 22 goal difference, and we are 5 points clear coming into February. Obviously coming into the business end of the season now, and fixtures are coming at us thick and fast, so we're going to have to make sure that we can continue with the squad rotation and hopefully end up where we want to be. So you were last with us then for the 3-1 win at Hartlepool after the devastation of the FA Trophy first round. We followed that up with a 1-1 draw with Yeovil. Doesn't tell the story of the game. They scored within, I think it was the first 5-10 minutes. Courtney Doofus scored in the first 5 minutes. They hardly touched the ball. We absolutely obliterated them. And we just couldn't break the deadlock. Like we couldn't get that goal. Then Cole Hoodlin does score on 53 minutes. And we just couldn't close the game out. We played rather well, but didn't get anything from the game that we got a point from the game, but I thought we deserved more. Then we actually beat Kings Lynn. And in honesty with you, in that game, we wasn't there. We didn't turn up. So that was a game that Kings Lynn probably think that they was robbed in, honestly. We then got a 2-2 draw with Bromley, with Charlie Ball scoring 2 goals. Very, very even game, if I remember correctly. So I'm not going to complain too much about the point there, but I do think that we got robbed at Yeovil. Then we absolutely smashed Chesterfield 4-2. And honestly, when the game started, first kind of 20 minutes, I want to say, they was really all over us. And then give the team a bit of a berating at the sideline. I actually berated the team for how they was playing. We were playing awful. And it just changed. It flipped on its head completely, and we absolutely smashed them. And then we was at home with Maidenhead, and we got a really nice result. So 3-1 against Maidenhead, Charlie Ball, Aaron Sibiat and Jordan Cox on the score sheet. Got a consolation goal through Simeon Jackson. Must say, last 10 minutes of the game, they did put us under the cosh a little bit, but we was never really in trouble of not getting all 3 points there. So today then, we have got Notts County and Stockport in a double header. Both games at home. Obviously, we want to keep this run going, so we're unbeaten now in 5. So, no, we're not. We're unbeaten in 6. So, it'd be nice just to get a little bit of a run together where we're consistent with the run. The runs, the wins. So, hopefully, that is something that we can do. So, what we're going to do then, folks, is we'll run the intro and then we'll get straight into the games today. Right then, guys, here we are. So it's home to Stockport. As you can see here, fully rotated squad because we need to keep those levels of fitness up where we can. So only continuous person playing for us at the moment is Ryan Boot. Then we've got Cranston, Tricker, Piggott, McNally in defence. We've got Storer and Gleeson in the middle. Ward, Ball and Donowa just behind Kyle Hudlin then in the midfield. Going to have to make some changes at half time because a couple of the players still aren't quite where they need to be at fitness levels, but we need to kind of just get that nice little peak of fitness. So we'll go straight into the game, and here we are. Oh, my bloody neck. Right, so I'm not quite sure how Stockport are lining up here. That doesn't look like a 4-4-2. Should have really had a look at that before the game, shouldn't I? We are going to pump our fists and say Stockport have lost 3 of their last 5 games, and I expect us to pile on the misery today. And in we go. So Ball then plays the ball back to Tricker. Tricker plays it to Carl Storer, back to Tricker. Comes forward, launches it over the top, Joel Ward. Cranston gets the ball in, and no. Oh my goodness me, for all the love in the world there, I thought that was in. Hudlin hits the bar. Free kick then, took by Rooney. Hogan's there, but Boot is equal to it. Is Boot going to get a nice kick off here? Searches out for his man. He does. He finds Justin Donowa in miles of space on the right-hand side. Donowa then wins a penalty. Jamie Ward is the man who's going to be taking the penalty. Experienced player. Can he put the Moors ahead? Steps up. Looks at the keeper. Takes a run up. Bang! Into the right-hand corner. Of course he can. Never in doubt. And Jamie Ward, 4th goal of the season. It's not had many starts for us this year. It's got to be said. In his latter years, shall we say, as a player now, but still banging them in on a regular basis when he gets a chance. And that's what we like to see. 20 minutes gone. They're actually having more of the ball than us at Stockport. Over the top for Hudlin, and Hudlin, that is a beautiful finish. Tricker with a lovely ball, kind of from out of nowhere from the free kick. Really, you'd expect them to be on the ball a little bit more than that. Lovely run from Kyle, and look at this. Bang, one-time finish. Lets the ball bounce just in front of him first. Stockport keeper really all at sea. And that's a great start from us. Now, what we don't want to do is do what we've seen in other games where we've had a fantastic start and then we've just petered off a little bit and then let our opponents back into the game. So McNally's tired. Dono has taken a knock. And we'll start making some changes at half-time as Bennett plays it inside to Rooney then. And Rooney's running forward, not being chased down and shoots just wide. That was actually quite a dangerous attack for us there. Nobody was getting onto him. Hartlepool just took the lead against Halifax, and Halifax instantly replied. That's great for us. Now, what we need to do is we need to motivate the boys, but we also need to make some changes here. I'm happy with the way things are going. Keep it up. But we're going to go into a more balanced mentality. We're going to bring off McNally and bring on Tyrone Williams because he's tired. Wants to stay on, but his injury is hampering him. So Donovan wants to play on. So I might give him an extra 10-15 minutes just to see how he gets on, in fairness, because we could really do with keeping other people fit. Rio Glean is the man that we'll be looking to bring on if we do have to make that change, and we may well give Adam Rooney his first run out in a Solihull Moors shirt. So into the second half we go then. And not a lot happening here. First 10 minutes very, very quiet of the second half. First 15 minutes very, very quiet of the second half. And here we go. Ryan Boot with a goal kick. Plays it to Jordan Piggott. Piggott brings it forward. Launches it for the left-hand side. Really poor pass. Ball's played back to Shelby. Shelby finds Crossdale. Finds Bennett to Harrott. Out to this side to Drynan. Drynan's got him on the right-hand side. Uruguay with a great cross, and Brown there really should have done better. Great save from Boot getting down to his right-hand side. But you would have expected them to score there. Ball's cleared by Tricker. Osso then does chase the ball down, and the highlight just finishes. Uruguay there really, really done well. So we are now going to bring off Donowa, and I'm not sure actually about replacing Carl Hudlin at the moment because I don't think that's where our weakness is. So we bring on Rio Glean on that right hand side. And at the moment, Cranston is playing really poorly, but so is Tyrone Williams. So is James Ball, in fact. Honestly, not a brilliant performance from us at all. But we are in the lead, and we're looking like we should close this out with 3 points. We'll give them a quick team talk as well. Say, get out there and make a difference, which does nothing for either of them. And then we go. The clock ticks down then. 15 minutes to go. And you've got to say, second half here, really, Stockport are... They're putting the pressure on them. Better side, but not getting anything from it. Cover takes the throw into Jamie Ward. It's got away. Drynan then finds Jennings. Jennings with a lovely ball through for Harrott, and Harrott does not miss there. Oh, what a strike that was. Ryan Boot, nothing he could do about it. I mean, that was a fantastic strike. You've got to say, lovely through ball as well. Just split the defence open. Lovely. Kind of football we'd be liking to play. Ryan Boot starts to come out, unfortunately. Can't get to the ball. But now, fellas, it's twitchy bum time, isn't it? 5 minutes to go. Nothing happening. We would be quite happy if this just peters out here. But, you know, there's always one chance left. Always. Hopefully it goes our way. And no chances left. So, football managers saying a big FU there. So, first half performance, fantastic. Second half performance, not so fantastic at all. And that's exactly what we say to the boys, is that was a real Jekyll and Hyde performance. What in the blue hell was that second half? So, how did Hartlepool get on in? Hartlepool lost in the end. Halifax were behind to them, and they actually beat them. That is amazing for us. We are now 8 points clear, lads. 8 points clear. Dare I say it? I'm not going to say it because you know if I say it, exactly what's going to happen. We'll be back in a minute for the Notts County game. I'll see you shortly. Right then, guys. So here we are for the game against Notts County. Now, we are back to a full-strength squad, and it does mean that a few players have now had to jiggle their positions. So, we've got Boot in goal, Shergill, Sheab, Piggott and Cox at the back. Gleeson pulls back into a ball-winning midfielder role. We've got now Cole playing in the deep-lying playmaker, which just allows us to put McGee out on the right-hand side. Cox is now playing on the left-hand side as an inverted winger. Sbarra still stays behind Charlie Ball. Feeling good about this game, guys. Really am. We've got a full-strength squad. Fitness levels are good. About 70 minutes we should start making changes, I think. So, let's see if we can keep our run going. We need to here, really. I mean, with Hartlepool losing their last game, if we can pull away, Just get that little bit of a safety cushion, then it doesn't matter if we have a little bit of a blip. Notts County, though, by no means are going to be a walk in the park. So let's say we've pumped fists. I know a lot of you will be keen to avenge what happened. We must have lost last time we played Notts County, and here we go. Everybody's motivated into the game. Slocum then with the goal kick, plays it out wide. Of course we lost to them. It was in the FA Trophy, wasn't it? McGee then on this right-hand side. Plays the ball forward for Sparrow. Can Sparrow put Charlie Ball in? He can, and Charlie Ball was there one-on-one. Slocum with a really good save down to his left-hand side. Gotta feel like we should have been ahead there. McGee with the corner. Lacey heads it back out, only as far as McGee. McGee puts it back in, finds Cox on that left-hand side. Cox gets in across. Fox clears it. Gleeson then plays it to Cole, plays it to Piggott. Piggott finds Sparrow, who heads it onto Charlie Ball, and that was absolutely sensational. What a nice bit of play there. As you can see, Gleeson then just lays it to Cole. Cole plays it back. Piggott with a first-time pass. Sparrow surprisingly gets his head on it above the defender, and Charlie Ball's there just to slot it home nicely into the bottom right-hand corner. But we've been here against Notts County before, haven't we? So let's not start counting our chickens before they hatch. 10 minutes in then, on this left-hand side, Chickson. Sparrow heads the ball out. Charlie Ball's going to get it. Plays it back to Piggott. Spreads it out wide for McGee. McGee then charges forward. Plays it through for Sparrow. That's a lovely, lovely pass. And Sparrow doesn't miss. Near post. Just really nicely placed shot. Gotta say that maybe Slocum there should be doing better as a goalkeeper, honestly. I mean, the pass is lovely. Sparrow makes a really good run. Keeper comes out to close down the angle. Really shouldn't be beaten at your near post like that. His manager will be furious. No, I would be. 20 minutes in then. I mean, we are really all over Notts County here. I mean, 40% possession. Have had 3 shots on target. Well, 3 shots on goal, 1 on target. Slocum with the goal kick. Plays it out wide. Ooh, Shergill misses. Puts Forrester in, and Flanagan's there. Probably 1 pass too many there if we see this. Because I do believe Forrester was way onside and in tons of space. Plays it through for Flanagan, and that was a really poor decision. He was one-on-one with the keeper. There was no need for that extra pass. And you've got to assume that now the Notts County manager is really going to give him a bit of a bit of the old hairdryer treatment, a bit of the Alex Ferguson treatment in the dressing room at half-time, because he will not be happy. 1, with the second goal, and 2, most certainly with that extra pass there. Just absolutely no need for it. So we will say to the boys, with hands on hips. No? Hands in pockets, maybe? Yes. Don't get complacent. Sparrow doesn't like that, but it is something that needs to be said. We are going to go back into a balanced mentality here. We're going to ring off Reece Cole. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring on Aaron Sibia. Bear with me, guys. I know that sounds a little bit nuts. We're going to put Aaron Sibia then into midfield. Onto that left-hand side where he likes as a winger. Come on. There we go. We'll bring Cox out onto the right-hand side where he's more natural. We'll bring McGee back to being the deep-lying playmaker. And nobody else is really having a bad game, or am I worried about their fitness? So we'll leave it at that for half-time, and we'll see how we get on. So then, shortly into the second half, McGee with the corner. Can't find Charlie Ball. Sparrow is going to get to the ball first, though. He's got 2 people on him. He finds the cross. Cox was in acres of space. Back to Sparrow. What a sensational goal that was. This lad, he doesn't score many goals, does Sparrow, but when he does, they always seem to be really, really nice goals. You can see here, I mean, the ball to Cox is lovely. Starts making a run, really intelligent run. Finds acres of space. 1 touch just to get it where he needs. Curls it into that far right-hand corner. This time the keeper can say that actually there was not a lot that he could have done about that. And that's 3-0 to the Moors. And we are marching on. And that first place is looking cemented as ours at the moment. We are taking a commanding lead in the league. And I wasn't confident when we come into this. I mean, we had a really quite uppy-downy start. McGee then plays the ball in. Rodriguez heads it away. Knowles is going to get to it first and not put under any kind of pressure. Finally, somebody does come out to him. He finds Brindley. Forrester out for Sam. Oh, good tackle by Gleeson, but he still gets the ball, and Knowles actually ends up just poking it home from a few yards out. Very, very easy goal there for Notts County, but worked very, very well. Sam with a lovely ball here. I actually thought Gleeson got the ball, and he does, but it just bounces back to Sam. A little bit fortunate there, but we should have been switched on. That's 3-1. They're not going to come back into this, are they? Surely. Aaron Sibia's having an awful game, as is Shergill. 6.8 is not awful. I mean, that's probably a little bit unfair, but very, very average performance from people. McGee with the free kick. Finds Aaron Sibia. Aaron Sibia back to McGee, surely. Yes, McGee's there. Lovely ball back to Aaron Sibia. Poor pass from Aaron Sibia on that right-hand side. And Knowles now really coming forward. Defenders can't keep up with him. And he makes a really silly decision there because he could have really put us under pressure. Charlie Ball, I don't quite know what he was thinking there. Ball does find Aaron Sibia eventually on the left-hand side, though. Come on. Nothing to come of it, and Cox stops running after the ball. So Sousa then does come forward. Sam here on the right-hand side. Problems again, and it finds Knowles again inside, and we've got 2 minutes left here of extra time. Added time, not extra time, should I say. And we're collapsing in the final 10 minutes, so I'm not happy here at all. Go into a defensive shape here, and we will bring Sparrow off for... Who do we bring him off for? Do we need to bring him off at all, in fact? Bring Gleeson back to the bottom of midfield. Can't really substitute Aaron Sibia after bringing him on at half-time, even though he's having an awful game, and one of his passes did actually lead to the goal. But if we take him off now, he's going to be absolutely fuming. I think if we just drop back into our defensive tactic, hopefully we should be able to see this one out. And I can't say that after being 3-1 up and really dominating the game, that I'm having to say now that we'll just see this game out. This should have been put to bed. I mean, in all fairness, it was put to bed, and Notts County really pushed on. Poor performance. I'm not going to give any reaction other than just say well done. Pardon me, I do apologise. So then, Man United, Leeds and Blackburn through into the FA Cup. Jamie Ward has had a contract offer from Linfield. I mean, we will not be renewing Jamie Ward's contract this season. Just purely because of age, nothing against him. I mean, when he comes on, he always plays well. He gives a good contribution to us. Very, very well-rounded player in all fairness, but even the coaches now are starting to say a little bit past his best. Again, nothing personal, just we want to build a young squad here that's hungry. So, if we go into the schedule then, folks, I will be back. Where will I be back? We'll come back for 1, 2, 3, 4. That's only 4 games away. I tell you what we'll do. We'll come back for Aldershot and that'll be a nice little run of games there. We'll come back for Aldershot and Woking, and we'll see how we get on. Hopefully, we're going to be at the top of the table. Do you think we'll still be at the top of the table? Hopefully so. And as you can see there, we are now 11 points clear. Surely to gosh. We're not going to say it, boys, but you know what I'm thinking. You know what I'm thinking. Right, guys, have a great weekend. I hope you all have a nice time. We'll see you on Monday. Take it easy. Bye-bye for now.